Hey, what's up guys? Ghost here with this time talking about a thing that I'm kind of passionate about and something that I want to see be not as prominent in the gaming industry. So if you guys didn't know, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, can't remember exactly when, but the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShops were closed. And this is bad on many levels, and good on some levels as well. So I was one of the people who had a 3DS, not a Wii U. I know my friend Joe, the link in the description, he has a Wii U, but I personally don't have a Wii U. I had a 3DS, and I just wanted to talk about like why I think digital storefronts are not the best thing, and why I think physical media is a good thing to have. And this is what I've thought for a long time, and it makes me sad because, like, yeah. Before we get into it, though, if you guys want to leave a like, subscribe, comment below, go ahead and do that. It helps a lot. Helps me adjust my content to will be better. If you have any suggestions or anything that I should cover, I'm actually gonna be making a Call of Duty video right after this as well. But yeah. So first of all, let me just explain what happened. So, the 3DS and Wii U came out around the same time. They were in the early 2010s, around 2012, 2013, around the Xbox One era of stuff. And yeah, so neither of the consoles did really well at first. I know that the 3DS did better, but the Wii U did absolutely awful because I thought it was a Wii attachment. Thought it was just a touchpad for the Wii, but it was its own thing, and I didn't realize that until years later. So, you know, 8-year-old me being like, I want a Wii U tablet. I want a Wii U tablet for my Wii. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. But basically, I want to discuss like what's wrong with some of the digital storefronts and stuff like that. So as you know, most gaming stuff is through digital storefronts now. Actually, it makes more money than physical, which kind of makes me sad. But you know, what can I do? But you know, nothing. Yeah, that's my controller over there. But yeah. So basically, Nintendo's kind of the worst for this also. So within the past 3 or 4 years, Nintendo has shut down most of their digital storefronts, including the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U. So one of the things that I personally don't like about that is the amount of games that you lose. Just imagine like if you were playing Xbox One or PS4 at this point, or PS5 or Series X, and your favorite game just got delisted for no reason, and it was only digital, and of course this would be going with the Series S and Xbox One Digital Edition. I don't know who bought that. Well, not everyone. I know people who bought the Series S, but the all digital Xbox One S, I've never seen that actually in public anywhere. But imagine if you bought a game, and this has happened a lot of times in the past. So many games I've actually tried to play that I actually do own a physical copy for a different platform, and they just don't exist on the console that I play on. Some of the ones that I think of are the Terminator games, whether that be Salvation, Resistance, stuff like that, and some of the ones that are licensed. So Transformer games, all those are no longer able to play on Xbox One or Series X, unless you already own them, which is pretty stupid. Another one would be... what's another one? There's a lot of them actually, and it's really sad. Like, I know Cookie Mama was on Twitch and they took that off. It's only physical now, I think. But there's a bunch of them that are like that, and it's very sad. And just the fact that on 3DS, a lot of those games are actually backed up, but on storefronts like the Xbox One edition of, for example, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, those are gone forever. Because Xbox One doesn't have a very strong modding scene, so you can kind of figure that everything that is lost is just lost forever. I'm sure someone backed it up at some point, but you know, it's gonna be a long time until we can actually play it on normal hardware. But where this really is bad is, you know how Nintendo is always like, oh, let's you know, block piracy and stuff, and just not let people play our games on the new platform. We're just gonna make them restricted to the old one. Then we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut down the old platform because that just makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Shutting the old one down in favor of the new one, because Preservation? What's preservation? Unless it's Super Nintendo or NES, what's preservation? That's how I think like the board meeting went for that was, let's do that, and yeah, it's just I I try to never buy stuff on a digital storefront for that reason, unless I have to, because if you guys didn't know, I have a lot of 360 discs. I actually have like a little disc like carrier for all my discs to put them in to play tape bases and stuff. But honestly, like it's just one of those things I don't personally like. I like the convenience of it, but I would like if you had like with Xbox One, you have discs, but they're digital, so they're kind of convenient. They're kind of convenient to actually like put in sometimes. Well, not put in, but with some of them you can actually like have them in your whatever. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I just think it's more convenient to have a disc in the long run. The short run, digital only, but long run, disc is actually better in my opinion. Um, but honestly, I just this makes me mad. And if they did this to 360, we would lose a lot of games. Not as much as Nintendo, but because Nintendo just likes to delist stuff for reasons. But it really shows you what you know how much companies care about like, backwards compatibility and stuff, and it makes me sad because this is always going to happen to and some amount of game is going to get lost. Like some amount of game or any game could get lost at any point. Well, like if you're playing a game like let's just say Splitgate or something like that, some online game that it isn't even online. It can be like a game like as I said, Terminator, where they go up in price afterwards and you just can't play it anymore. It's very sad, and it's honestly one of those things that I don't know. I just want to discuss this on the mic because I want to get my opinion out there and just tell me about it because I know not everyone's heard about this, but it's just one of those things that makes me super sad, and I just wish that you know I could still play some of those games and still get them officially instead of having to mod my console. Because that's really what it makes people do is mod their consoles, which is kind of contradictory to what Nintendo wants you to do, So, but yeah, so I just wanted to get my thoughts out there about this and basically go over what's going on with that and inform any of you that didn't know and just kind of share my opinions. So, if you guys like this video, again, like, subscribe, comment. If I have any, if you know any improvements I can do to the video, constructive criticism is always welcome. But yeah, and I hope you guys have a great day, and remember to stay spooky, my friends.